Hammers up, everyone. Towelliee here. We're back on the 8.2 PTR with the Heart of Azeroth DPS Edition. Yeah, bruh. I'm DPSing. I know, it's going to be bad. I don't even know why. You should just click off the video, just downvote it ahead of time. But I'm using a Huntard as an example. And you can't really fail with a Hunter. Or can you? Anyway. So I showed you the tank abilities in the Heart of Azeroth. Now we're going to go over the DPS ones, which will sound familiar, but they all have a little bit of a different, like little catch to it. Sometimes it's a little less fire damage, more fire damage. Now we're going to focus on a few crucial ones here that don't double up from the tank versions. Now you see the Vision of Perfection on my Paladin. This was using wings as a proc to keep proccing wings and being overpowered. For hunters, it is your Aspect of the Wild. So it says your spells and abilities have a chance to activate Aspect of the Wild for 50% of its base cooldown. When the Vision of Perfection activates, the cooldown of Aspect of the Wild is reduced by 10 seconds. This is probably, I mean, from what I heard, other hunters would use this in a raid environment, not so much in a dungeon environment. Just because of how OP the AoE abilities are, and I'll get to those in a second. The minor power reduces the cooldown of Aspect of the Wild by 16.5% and increases your verse by 85. And then you get 5% of your maximum health every time you activate Aspect of the Wild. So just, I mean, if this thing keeps proccing for you, you can imagine you're going to have Aspect of the Wild up a couple of times in a fight, you know, maybe like a 50-60% uptime. No big deal. MBD, as I always say. So let's get to the ones that are out there that you've heard rumors about being overpowered for good old DPS. So we have Blood of the Enemy. This is a 1.5 minute cooldown. This is the Heart of Azeroth erupts violently, dealing 35,690. I said I would round it off, didn't I? 36,000 damage to enemies within 12 yards. You gain 25% crit strike chance against the target for 15 seconds. Increases your critical hit damage by 35 for 15 seconds. The minor. Your critical strikes with spells and abilities grant a stack of Blood of the Enemy. Upon reaching 25 stacks, you gain 1,052 haste for 12 seconds. Each stack of Blood of the Enemy grants 29 crit strike. So, you know, that's a lot. Blood of the Enemy has a 25% chance of only consuming 15 of those 25 stacks. So you can just keep stacking it up, which is nice. We covered the engine in the tank video. Here is the one that's causing all the buzz around the AoE camps. 1.3 second cast, 1.5 minute cooldown, Essence of the Focusing Iris. It is currently my number 4 button, Focused Azerite Beam. Focuses excess Azerite energy into the Heart of Azeroth, then expel that energy outward, dealing 126,700 fire damage to all enemies in front of you over 2.6 seconds. Minor power. Every 2 seconds, the Heart of Azeroth absorbs nearby latent Azerite energy, increasing your haste by 29, stacking up to 10 times. I mean, you'll see in a second. Just bear with me here. This one is kind of cool, but I was a little disappointed in how small the Guardian was, and I'll show you this one if I could just switch it out real quick. Call upon Azeroth to summon a Guardian of Azeroth to aid you in combat for 20 seconds. Each time an Azerite spike deals damage, the cooldown of condensed life force is reduced by 6 seconds. Each time the Guardian of Azeroth casts a spell, you gain 4% haste, stacking up to 5 times. This effect ends when the Guardian of Azeroth despawns. Now the minor. Your spells and abilities have a high chance to impale your target with a spike of Azerite, causing 0 physical damage. We know that's going to change. When an Azerite spike deals damage, all damage you deal against that target is increased by 15% for 6 seconds. Not going to cover memory, purification. Oh yeah, purification protocol. This shit's fucking nuts. This one's actually doing almost more damage than the Focusing Iris on some specs. And this is just my testing, doing like Mythic Plus on DPS characters, in which I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So, once again, just download the video. I mean, you're watching a Huntard. Try DPS. I mean, you can't get any worse than that. Call down a Purifying Beam upon the target area, dealing 49,610 fire damage over 6 seconds. Has a low chance to immediately annihilate any specimen deemed unworthy by Mother. Yeah, she just one-shots a mob randomly. She's like, I don't like you. Boop. Done. When an enemy dies within the beam, your damage is increased by 10% for 8 seconds. Any aberration struck by the beam is stunned for 8 seconds. Now, the minor power is what I'm using right now, which is Mother has added a purification protocol to your Heart of Azeroth, allowing your damaging spells and abilities to release a blast of Azerite energy at your target, dealing 32,000 fire damage to any enemy within 8 yards. The protocol does 100% additional damage against aberrations. Now, we have Crucible of Flame, which is fire damage. You talked about that on my prop paladin, which is also very overpowered, 30-second cooldown. The Unbound Force is a fire damage, which increases... well, let's read it. Unleash the forces within the Heart of Azeroth, causing shards of Azerite to strike your target for 11,000 fire damage over 2 seconds. This damage is increased by 300% if it critically strikes, and has a 25% chance increase, a 25% increased critical strike chance. Each time the Unbound Force causes a critical strike, it immediately strikes the target with an additional Azerite shard up to a max of 5. And then the lower end of that, which is also pretty cool, is each time you critically strike, you gain a stack of Reckless Force up to 7, keyword 7 here. Every 10 seconds, your next spell or ability will blast your target with a bolt of Azerite energy, dealing 697 fire damage per stack of Reckless Force. The damage seems kind of low. So let's get into the damage here. So right now I'm going Focusing Iris and Purification Protocol, because those are my 2 favorite to use. So let me be a good huntard here. I'm going to lay down my Gale Caller's Boon. All right. Gale Caller's Boon. Bam. Boom. Boom. Here we go. Do a little damage. Get that barb shot in there. You know what I'm saying? Get the barb shot. Boom. And now we're going to go Focusing Iris. Here we go. Oh, yeah. That feels good. How much damage did I do there? Yeah, man. I mean, obviously I'm a hunter. I'm just pressing buttons. There's nothing really special that I'm doing here, as you can see. But yeah, that does a lot of damage. And you can see if you, and every DPS has that ability. So you can imagine if you are a, you're just 3 DPS in a Mythic Plus dungeon for whatever affix is coming our way. I mean, imagine chain pulling mobs in a +10 and just having everyone just pop their Azerite beam. So Blizzard has already kind of said that they're going to be nerfing a few of these abilities, and rightfully so. I mean, they're so overpowered for DPS. The combinations you can do. I mean, deep down inside, I want them to not nerf it, because we like to feel powerful. It feels good to feel powerful. You can never get bored of feeling powerful. Whoever says that you can get bored of feeling OP is downright papega. All right, like when you're overpowered like that, you feel good. You see the damage meters, the parses. Everyone cares about that shit. People love to have high amounts of damage, And the cool part about these essences is it creates like this kind of synergy with your traits, right? So you're doing a lot of AOE damage just with that ability, plus with your traits as well, if you stack them pretty good for certain essences. Oh, it's coming off cooldown. Here we go. It's about to get good here, boys. Forgot to put up my crow. And by the way, you can move while this is happening. You can just move around and be all crazy and shit if you like. But let's see. We feign death here. I should probably call by my pet, but I don't have the command there handy. So let's just take a look at the damage. So in that little session right there, obviously Azerite Beam and Beast Cleave did the most damage. Purification Protocol was up there as well. One big drawback that people are talking about, and I can kind of agree with them, is they're saying that, well, now that we know these essences are this powerful, all these other abilities are useless. They're actually not. You still have to use all those abilities to, top the meters and maximize your rotation. You have to really time when you're going to use your Focusing Iris, or as it's called here, Focused Azerite Beam. I think it's pretty cool. I've been having a shit ton of fun using DPS characters and going into like a Mythic +9. Unfortunate for us, it is a bursting week, and bursting week just kind of sucks for AoE, so we weren't able to really use it. Hopefully Tuesday we'll be able to to just blow ads up and see what our true AoE damage is. I am in full best of slot gear though, so let's see. Let's change to that Guardian one. Let's go Guardian of Azeroth, because I want to see how much damage that Guardian does. That you can't change it while the other is on cooldown. Oh, it's on cooldown. Okay. Yeah, I know. Glyphs 2.0. But yeah, so this one, this one with the Guardian of Azeroth. So let me see. Call upon the Guardian. 20 seconds. Each time the Azerite... Okay, so it's each time an Azerite spike deals damage, the cooldown of Condensed Life Force is reduced by 6 seconds. Okay. Like, what does that mean, Azerite spike? I'm trying to figure out in my head, what does that mean? It's each time an Azerite spike does damage. I guess because he uses spikes? I don't know. Let's use it. Let's see how that works. Put this on my bars. Oh, we put it right there. It's fine. All right, so let's test that out. Is my pet still doing damage down there by any chance? Let me dismiss my pet. Oh, no, he's not. I think I have to just bust him out. There we go. So let's use this Guardian one. So yeah, I mean, let me know what you guys think. I mean, right now, it does seem it's a little boring, though. Like, most DPS have all the same traits. And Blizzard did mention there are some class-specific essences. Excuse me, not traits, essences. But I think they mean is, like, the ones that are, like, vision that uses different abilities. Hopefully, they can expand it. I know we're going to get another major and another minor. So I think by the end of the expansion, Blizzard stated, or I think they told one of the content creators at the summit recently, that by the end of the expansion, we should have 2 majors and 4 minors by 70. So we'll see. Anyway, all right, let's see. Let's lay down, put a little, there you go, bam, bam, bam. You know, actually, let's hit the single target one. All right, now let's get this guy out. Where is he? Oh, yeah, this guy's a little disappointing, actually. He's so small. He's so small and tiny. Well, we'll see how much damage he's doing, though. I mean, that's the main thing. He's up for 20 seconds. So far, I got 5 stacks of haste from the Guardian being up. That's the max I could possibly get right now. He's still going. He ain't stopping. Oh, there he goes. He finally went away. All right. Let's see what kind of damage he did in that 20-second span. So there was the Guardian of Azeroth. I mean, hey, not bad. So, let's see. He had 14 casts. Oh, no, the cast was questionable. He hit 14 times. Minimum hit was 10k. Maximum was 14. Max was 17. That's for normal hits. On crits, he went minimum 20, average 26 k with his crits, max 35. Not bad. So, I mean, over the course of a fight, I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, 5-minute cooldown, and it does get decreased according to the tooltip, right? I believe it says here, where is it? Oh wait, I gotta like spec out of it for it to work. Anyway, yeah, I think it's like it just reduces the cooldown depending on how many whatever spikes hit the target. I don't know. You guys tell me. But anyway, those are some of the DPS Heart of Azeroth 8.2 PTR abilities. Obviously, right now, the meta, if you want to call it, is Purification Protocol Minor and Focusing Iris as your main. Or you could go the other way around, just Purification Protocol main, and then Blood. I think it's called Blood Frenzy. Blood. Fuck, what was it called? Blood of the Enemy is also really good for hunters because of the high amount of crit. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Keep the thumbs up, keep the likes up. And once again, if you don't like me because I'm a huntard, you can always downvote. Downvote. Go down, below, hit it, down, just, or up, whatever. I'm a shill. All that good shit. See you later. Bye. Fucking shill.